Welcome back to United TV. You've joined me for a mini preview of our next Premier League game, which is Crystal Palace away at Selhurst Park on Saturday evening. Before we start, if you could please like, share, subscribe, any comments gratefully received. I'll read them all and I'll reply. So we've got a few things to cover. First thing we'll go into is form, then we'll go into looking at the table before we go off onto injury news, possible starting 11s, look at one of the key players for Manchester United in this fixture, and also my predicted scoreline. Starting with form. It was a tricky start for Crystal Palace. 2 defeats from their opening 2, followed up by back-to-back draws. Manchester United then won on the opening day. We had a narrow defeat to Brighton before getting beaten soundly by Liverpool 3-0, but encouraging signs against Southampton where we ran out 3-0 victors. And since then, of course, we've had the League Cup where we beat Barnsley 7-0. Lots of goals, lots of confidence going into this game. If we then look at the league standings, it's early doors, of course, but Crystal Palace laying in 16th position, as I said, 2 points. They've scored 4 goals, conceded 7. Their defence is not as tight as it was last season, and they're on a -3 goal difference. Meanwhile, United scored 5, conceded 5, but a lot of goals in the last 2 games. We've scored 10 goals in the last 2 games. On to injury news then, and the injury list is beginning to look a little bit lighter now. We've got still Lenny Yoro is expected back towards the end of November with his broken metatarsal. Tyrell Malacia, a similar time frame with his knee. Luke Shaw, originally he was expected back potentially for the Barnsley game. He's had a small setback. We're likely to see him in the first week of October. And Victor Lindelof, likewise, another minor setback for him, and he's expected back around the same time as Luke Shaw. But positive news, we've got Mason Mount and Rasmus Højlund both in contention for this match. I don't expect them to start, but they could well feature on the bench. Which takes me nicely into our possible 11. I've gone with Onana in goal. I expect the back four to remain as it has been. Diego Dallo at left back, Lisandro Martinez, Matthijs de Ligt and Mazraoui. Meanwhile, I'm predicting a start for Manuel Ugarte in the midfield with Kobe Mainoo alongside him. I'm expecting Casemiro to drop down to the bench. Marcus Rashford to continue his goal-scoring form on the left. Alejandro Garnacho, who's been brilliant in his performances so far this season. If you exclude the Liverpool game, I expect him to start on the right. Meanwhile, Bruno Fernandes and Joshua Zirkzee to get the nod in the centre-forward position. Okay, looking at our key player for this match, I've gone with Marcus Rashford, a player who's banging form. His last 2 games, he's scored 3 goals, he's had 10 shots, 6 of which have been on target, and his all-round play has been a lot more positive. We're seeing the old Marcus Rashford, we're seeing a smile on his face, we're seeing him score goals and contribute. Which leads me on to my prediction. I see goals in this one for Manchester United. We've scored 10 in our last 2 games. I'm predicting a 3-1 here. I don't think it will be an easy game by any means. I think it could be tight until maybe the last 20 minutes or so, but we'll bring on fresh legs. We've got some strong substitutes now on our bench, and I think that's going to make the difference. I expect us to run out 3-1 winners. If you've enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, comment. I'll do my best to get back to you. Thanks very much for watching.